Keegan doesn't play tonight. Trey steps in and plays 40 minutes, and his impact wasn't with points or any of that. I mean, he just was out there playing at a really high level. Ended up being the defensive player of the game. The number, and I told them this, that stands out the most is the 16 turnovers for 37 points. Not only did we turn them over, but we were able to convert. So for us, as we continue to build, regardless of the opponent, just a fantastic win.
Coach, Zach dropped 37 with Debo falling with 28. Just talk about their performances.
Yeah, I mean, those are our guys, big time players, man. I mean, and they step up in the big moments, and we need them to be aggressive, trying to find ways to manipulate the coverage of icing on the side. We found a pick and roll option with Domas in the middle. Guys were able to swing and get off the basketball, which was used. 25 assists, like we want to even higher, but we can live with that. And Debo was able to manipulate, knock down some shots, but still find people. Zach found a heater, and once he does, I mean, we just try to find him as much as we can. And to everyone's credit, they did that. And, you know, it was just a fantastic team effort.
Debo also passed Jerry West on the on-side scoring list. Just talk about his commitment to the game.
Listen, man, if you pass Jerry West in anything in life, you are doing something. God rest his soul. One of my favorite people is Jerry West, but when I think of Debo and from working with him in the summertime, I just gained a whole new level of respect. I knew him a little bit previous to that. My son played on his AAU team. But being able to coach him, being able to train him, seeing his process, what he goes through, how he digests the game, it does not surprise me that he's passing legends, because he is a living legend himself.
Coach, you guys are only the fourth team that's beaten the Cavs multiple times this season. So I know you mentioned turnovers in this one, but what are some other things that you think you were able to do against them this time and last time a couple of weeks ago?
Well, you know, trying to get to the free throw line against them is big. That's huge if you can draw fouls, because part of, like, where they excel at is when the foul isn't called. They take that ball and they are right back at you. Donovan is fantastic in transition. He finds people. Strus and those guys are running to the corners and they're knocking down threes. You know, the other one is offensive rebounding. We only got 8 of them tonight, but you know, we obviously you want to get more. But for 11 second chance points, that's a pretty good number. We would like to bid more, but those are, you know, 2 of the areas that we like to try to take advantage of if we can. But also just trying to match or exceed their physicality, because they came out in the second half and they were extremely physical. I think like our first 3 possessions, we weren't able to get into what we wanted. And then I think I called a timeout, and that's when I was saying found a way to manipulate Domas in the middle of the floor, and that pick and roll really bared fruit for us.
How do you think their physicality and effort how does it manifest on the court for them?
You know, like, They obviously showed that they can do it, because that type of physicality is just like seriously high level. And, you know, they do have jump shooters. And when you play that way, just for me playing, I know that it wears on your legs. So it's a give and take. And I do think that they're built for the playoffs. That's a playoff team, in my opinion. Regular season, they rack up a lot of wins, but as far as the playoffs, they are built for that. They got guys that get to the free throw line. They got guys who make timely shots. They got 2 huge guys on the interior. You know, Mobley continues to grow as a player. So lucky for us, you know, we played well against them in 2 games. That's one hell of a team, and it's really, really well coached.
Doug, this was a very big game as far as giving you guys more momentum toward the play-in tournament. Big celebration, we could hear it there. How confident is this group with 4 games left?
You know, it's about the mentality of owning who you are. That is who we are. Now, we've played some games and we didn't play to who we are. We let the refs, we let the opponents, we complained to each other. We did the things that we can't do. But, momentum is a big thing going to the playoffs because really normally as you look at the playoffs, the team that is playing well and peaking at that time does a really good job. But actually the celebration that you heard in there was Trey giving his defensive player of the game to DeMar for passing Jerry West. So that was the big celebration. Everybody is happy for Debo. Yeah. Good. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.